Yes, I've been muted the whole time. Thank God. All right. Hello. I can't hear you on Twitch. I don't know if it's just me. Hello, bad connection. Hi, Devin. Get off dial up. Can't hear you. Tell me you're muted. Play I'm a Robot by Kanye. Hooray. What's up, guys? How is everyone doing? Hold on. Oh, fuck. Frisky Monkey says Devin Loki my favorite. Thanks, Frisky Monkey. Devin, where's the chef costume? That was only for the stream, man, and for when I cook by myself in my kitchen. Pudge Berry Fat. Thanks, Mike. Glad you came back. Sorry, Frankie fucked you over in pool ball a few days ago. Don't worry, we won't let him hear the end of it. Okay. Pudgeberry Dillboy. Alright. I'm glad that Pudgeberry Dillboy stuck. That's fantastic. Do you know when the VOD is getting posted? I'm itching to make stupid videos from it. Yeah, he's editing them all together, I believe, now. Like, he's cutting it up. But, yeah, we're getting there slowly but surely. It was this fat femboy. Thanks, Baterade. Can I shit in your air purifier? That's not an air purifier. That's an air conditioner. But if you want to shit in it, that's fine. I really don't care. All right. I had some things planned for this stream. I found this YouTube channel. I wasn't planning on playing many games today, but I found this YouTube channel. It's called Echoes. And it's about people who just fucking die. Like, everybody just fucking dies. Hey, Devin, I like your stream. It's very nice. Thanks, Googie Dog. Play Last of Us? No, we already have someone for that. There's already someone that does that. Anyway, I found this little YouTube channel called Echoes, and people just fucking die, and I thought it was pretty fucking cool because people were just fucking dying all the fucking time, so I was like, fuck, let me fucking react to that fucking shit. So, that's probably going to be the majority of this stream, because this shit looks... I haven't even watched any of it. I saw, like, a thing on TikTok, and I was like, fuck yeah, I gotta fucking do this fucking thing on my fucking stream. Fuck. Neatburger said, dirty.devin. Thanks, Neat. Alright. But first, I will, I can pop over in the Discord for a little bit, because I saw that there was some reaction, there was some videos in the reaction channel of my, section of the Discord, so we can, go through that for a little bit. Not too much, because there's a lot of shit in here I didn't go through. Devin the Dildo learned swearing yesterday. Yeah, I just learned how to swear. Fuck. Fucking shit, goddammit. Exclamation jerk break. Ace, that doesn't work. Exclamation explode Devin. Cassie that doesn't work. Can the vibrator stream you and Frankie, can you do the vibrator stream you and Frankie promised? Maybe. Is Frankie coming? Probably not tonight. Okay. Alright, I'm done reading chat for a second. Let's just go to the fucking reaction channel, okay? Just for a little bit. We'll get the, day by day, stream by stream, we'll knock down all these. Because this shit's all the way from, July of last year. We need Frankie. How bad do you need Frankie? Okay. I'm just gonna go through this shit. Alright, we have a blue crab. Sent by Dare. Dare also sent a video. Please don't be horrible. Oh. That was fantastic. It was way better than the original crab video. Alright, thanks, Coop. You have the name of the daughter of the father in the best movie of all time. Who's a she, her? Anamorphous. I like that. What the fuck are you talking about? It's called, the movie's called Interstellar. I could have just said that. There's pretty cool dudes merch, or is that just your goon towel? This is just my goon towel. All I do in this is just goon in it. But it's like a Snuggie. No, there is not merch, unfortunately. That's been something that's been impossible to set up. But we'd like to at some point. Hopefully soon. Alright. I guess I'm leaning to my left. I'm gonna fucking look like an idiot at the age of 50. Alright. I'm just gonna unplug. What the fuck is the point of having a Bluetooth headset if I'm not gonna have it plugged in? Let's do a battery check. Oh my god, it's not working. Oh my god, it's not fucking working. Okay, it's not working. Nice cat. Pretty cool, Oz. I like your pussy. You have a nice pussy.
You want to see a magic trick? Yeah, what is it? Turn around. You want to see a magic trick? Yeah, what is it? Turn around.
Don't know the legality of that one on stream, but thank you, D. Wait, I think I have streamer mode. How the fuck do you get rid of streamer mode, guys? Anybody know? Whatever. You know your names. You know your profile pictures. We have a 3-minute long video here. Let's look into the camera. All right. Exclamation ankle job. All right. Is this a beat? Rap on it. My mama thought she was gonna have a girl. She had a guy. I don't tell no lies. I'm telling you, my mama thought she was gonna have a girl. She had a guy. We're peaking. I can tell the mic is loud as fuck. 12 Gout Street. My mama, I'm sorry that I hurt you. Mama, I'm sorry that Alright. Enough of that. That was a pretty calm ass beat. Fat cleaning out my closet. Sounds terrible. Alright. Thanks, guys. We got please don't be horrible. Hold on. You guys scare me. You guys scare me deathly. Okay, I think we're fine.
Zombie storyline at Mob of the Dead when the original crew actually had a jerk circle and Sal ended up exploding a kidney stone out of his meat, and it was actually so disgusting and vile that Weasel put a bullet in his head.
Anybody here actually play Zombies BO2, or are you guys like too young? I'm not that old. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm old. Why does it mute every time? Okay.
Zombies are attracted to the monkey because they want to fuck it. Did you guys know it's lore accurate that COD zombies are attracted to the monkey because they want to fuck it to the point of erosion, not because of the sound it makes?
Dude, where's this guy pulling these facts from?
Hey, pretty.
Hey, what's up, pretty girl?
How's Bro, Black Ops
It's
3
good.
is
I just started.
Okay.
I'm going through my reactions channel on Discord.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, very good.
Well,
I hope you have a good night.
you too, man.
I hope that everything you do tonight is good and beneficial for you.
I hope your stream is powerful and you change lives.
I don't know. I don't know if I can change lives through this stream. I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Sorry, guys. That was God. Skip to the bottom. No, you gotta wait your fucking turn. That's not how this works. You had years to put this in here. You had years to put all this shit in here. Manager micromanaging right now. Whatever. Okay. Okay. Too many. No talks. No talk. We're gonna skip through the talks. Sorry. What is this? What are you sending me, Taco? You gotta be fucking kidding me. We won't do Spotify right now. Everything's going to shit. Why is that picture to an oblivion? What is this? Now this is fucking content. Play that again. You just have to sit back sometimes. Calm your brain. And imagine what is life like without brain rot? It's not nearly long enough. Pause it at 10 seconds. A femboy shows up, oil up. I didn't see any femboy. I guess I didn't pause it at 10 seconds either. I don't see any fucking femboy oiled up. Bro, so baitable. I thought you guys were being for real. I honestly, because I didn't think that this beautiful video would be put in here without something being wrong with it. Who else thinks Devin is annoying and should stop streaming? Thanks, Baterade. 1 meal a day type beat. Let's check it out.
I feel like grabbing you by your ears right now and screaming in your face.
How long are the Echoed videos? Like 15 minutes?
Said he was a killer, but he twisted up the narrative. He only pulled the trigger cause he handled it with carelessness. Bullets didn't hit him, so he died from the embarrassment. Glide made that nigga hip hop, Mr. Harriman. If you knew that nigga was a bitch, then why you marry him? Plus he a bum, so there wasn't no inheritance. Noodle ass niggas be afraid of contact. Talking from the grand cause they ain't with the combat. Trying to hide his face in his hoodie. Head down when he walking. Last week he got hit for the charger. Looking up a different place to live. He can't afford it, so he trying to get away with not paying for his kids. Shorty in designer, she scamming for all kinds of
7% the vibe.
Be proud of me like I'm Hathaway. Brody shit was
What do you mean? I think this is fantastic.
Never beat his demons, now he treated like a castaway. Chalked 40 hours, started rapping for the better pay.
I assume it's probably good to some people. That's just not my thing. I'm more of into like screaming emo. Devin is dominant Dom. Dominant Dom doesn't live here. Weak and submissive Dom lives here. Not dominant Dom. Dominant Dom stops in every now and then. He lives like down the street. Yeah, he doesn't live here. But like he's close. What about Cole? He lives at my parents' house still, where I lived like 3 weeks ago. Wait, where is Hot Boy Dom? He lives somewhere else. He doesn't live here, guys. He does not live here. I can't just summon Dominant Dom with the fucking with the snap of my finger. I would if I could. Come sock Cole. All right.
Yeah, I saw Roller getting a room tour, and I figured I can't.
Who's this
My
from?
room's worse.
What
So,
the fuck, boy?
I've been a little depressed recently. So.
Damn.
I got like a bunch of fucking Hot Wheels cars down there, a bunch of bullshit.
Fuck the Hot Wheels cars.
Yeah.
Listen, I had a room like that. Not like that, but I had a room where it was like dishes like right next to the bath, or right next to the bed, and like, you know, in high school. This is Cassie's room. That didn't sound like Cassie. I don't know what Cassie sounds like, but I assume it's probably not that. All right, Shawty, let me holla at you. Beautiful. See, every now and then, guys, can you please send shit like this? Just to cleanse. No more talks right now. No more talks.
So if you've had enough, then come to the land of the lost and lonely. Don't be afraid, don't be one. Lonely, don't lost.
Yeah, but it's not a fucking link. What the fuck is that? He's in cum. Oh, Zemp? I don't fucking know. I don't even know what that video was. That video didn't even have a fucking purpose. It was just there. There was nothing like what even was it? I'm gonna watch it again because there's got to be some like deeper meaning to that. I don't understand. Why did it just skip the? Oh, it didn't. Whatever. Fuck that video. Is this the fan art? Oh, deleted it because had come. Oh yeah. Thanks, Ace. Appreciate it, Ace. Thanks for looking out. Do you like it? Oh, I love it. I'm gonna look at your photos. Just hold on. I like the exclamation mark ankle job right under, and I like the toilet, and then the red line. Gassy, this might be your finest work. You like that gooey boy? This might be your best work. I mean, you didn't even fucking... This is like, I mean, you didn't even have to do anything. That was good. That was good stuff. All right, look at your pictures. I don't know whose this is. Oh, Bitterhead. Mastery Badge Berserker. I don't know anything about Clash of Clans or Clash Royale or whatever that may be. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that was an accident? Oh, okay. Hold on. Kyle Kuzma. 4-19-25 versus Pacers. 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 blocks, 0 steals. Sounds like a fucking stat line to me. Ooh. They don't look bad. They don't look that bad. Right? I mean, you got some avocado, some lettuce, tomato, some maybe like a sauce verde? Yes. Maybe like a avocado and a sauce verde? Yes. Semen too? All right. We'll keep moving. What the fuck is that? Come on, man. Like, people actually make that and go, yeah, this is my fucking business. Like, at least, like, try to make something that's edible. It's a fucking raw onion on top of some... It looks like a deflated balloon. I know it's supposed to be, like cheese or mayo or something, but it looks like a fucking deflated balloon. It's good? It doesn't look good. Oh, guys, the cops are calling me. I didn't see you, Courtney. All right. We'll keep moving. Can I have some? I don't even know. I don't even want to eat. I wouldn't eat that. Cough. This looks like a fucking shoe. But it's probably pretty good. I could see how this would probably be pretty good. Oh, fuck. It's 900 degrees in my room. It was good. Yeah, I mean, you know, it could be. And you're eating the fucking vagina sandwich. He's eating the Niner sandwich. No, what is this? Like a Reuben? Like a pastrami sandwich? It's a Reuben, yeah. Yeah, I said it before you even said Reuben. I fucking said it. I love vagina. Me as well. Fries look good as well. Not a big fan of like those big like Reubens that are that thick. Okay, the pretty cool dudes do a stream where y'all play basketball together. We shirtless. Okay. The first part, yeah, probably. I mean, if the shirts come off, the shirts come off. I can't really control that. All right, so last one, and then we're going to that damn YouTube channel. I'm like itching. Cartoon Network just made a post comparing 19 TD characters to Love Island contestants. I'm dying. Or total drama characters to Love Island contestants. I'm dying. Austin and Mr. Coconut. I like that. I don't watch fucking Love Island. I should though. I heard it's funny. You guys should make TikToks where you play basketball. Cassie, I think we do that already. We don't want to watch YouTube. Baderade, what the fuck do you want to watch then? Who is we? Who are you talking for? Nor? Last of Us. Baderade, there's somebody that does that already. Like, go, you go beg him for that. Guys, our landlord's a fucking idiot. All right. All right. Let's go to the fucking YouTube channel because this shit looks fucking cool, bro. I can't fucking wait to fucking do this. All right, just a recap for everybody who wasn't in here. Basically, this YouTube channel just highlights people dying and does like top 5s and I guess 12s, and yeah, it looks fucking sick because people dying's cool when it's in cartoon form, not real. Stupid Torrube. Frankie is so much better. He plays The Last of Us. Baderade, how about you go play Last of Us? Devin has said fucking more times than a woman has looked at him. All right, which one should we watch? I'm gonna keep the 12 right here. Which one should we watch? It's okay, Devin. I'm watching the stream on my iPad and playing Minecraft. That sounds like a vibe, Cassie. Play Last of Us. Baderade, you're going to get timed out if we keep saying that. Which one should I watch? Goofy Goober, thank you. Frankie's not with me right now. Bottom left, I think. World's most absurd real life deaths. Okay, let's fucking watch it. Let's fucking rip it.
The air was filled with celebration.
Let me move my camera. Move my camera. You guys like me up here? Stupid, ugly video. Bader, we're just hating today, aren't we? Alright, we're turning chat off for a second. I just saw a video of Joe Bart reacting to this channel. How awesome sauce. Can you tilt your camera a little to the left? What? Yeah, like that? Does that look good? Is that what you fucking wanted? Did you want me to tilt my camera to the left? Here, guys. Here, let's watch the fucking video. Does that look good? That shit fire? Thanks, guys. Let's watch the video.
In the small town of Custer, South Dakota.
Like, what? I'm not keeping it like that in the middle of the screen. You fucking psychos. Devin, chill. Truth, come fucking do something about it then. You know where I'm at. You know where my fucking door is. Alright, let's watch. No more interruptions. Actually, can I get a water? Real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get a water. Oh, hey, Cleric. Cleric, don't be afraid to ban Truth. Alright, I'm gonna go get a water. Give me 1 second. My room is 9,000 degrees. In my head. Who's on your side? That chair was low-key entertaining. Can you keep it like that? Oh my god, you guys don't like me. No, I have to sit in the chair. Sorry. Oh, vodka. All right. Let's watch. Jesus criminy. Yeah.
The air was filled with celebration. In the small town of Custer, South Dakota, the 4th of July weekend was in full swing. Families gathered in Way Park, children running around with flags,
How
a brass
beautiful.
band playing in the background, and
4th of July is coming up, by the way. Who's fucking lighting off some fireworks? Because I know I am. I'm going to light one up my butt. And then do a little dance.
a hot dog eating contest.
All right, Beta, you're timed out. We're timed out. We're timed out for hating. Timed out for hating. Jesus Christ. All right.
Had just begun under a red and white stripe. Among the contestants was Walter Eagletail, a 47-year-old local known for
Walter
his friendly nature.
Eagletail. Okay. That's some real American shit right there. Truth, I want to let you know I had a really good idea. They should change it false instead of truth. It's kind of like a play on words. I hope you enjoy this idea I has. All right.
Striped tent. Among the contestants was Walter Eagletail.
Walter
a 47-year-old
Eagletail.
local known
What
for
a
his friendly
fucking
nature,
guy.
cheerful laugh, and love of social events. Everything was going as expected. People applauded. Someone took photos on their phone, and Walter kept up with other contestants. Suddenly, the crowd's laughter turned to confusion.
Oh no.
Walter began to choke. Passerby shouted for help. Someone performed CPR.
Walter!
A piece of hot dog stuck in his throat wouldn't come out. He didn't die from something people usually fear when it comes to food.
He died from the dent in his throat. Oh my god. He died from a dent in his throat, bro. Imagine dying from a dent in your throat. How you gonna die from a dent in your throat? Oh my god.
Severe allergic reaction. No hidden poisoning. He simply choked on a hot dog. Trivial bite turning into a fatal mistake. In this episode, we'll look at real-life cases where death came not with thunder and terror, but through absurdity, suddenly, surreally, and very much in the real world. The people you'll learn about now simply made one bad decision that seemed harmless until it happened.
Hey, what's up, guys? I found this.
What the fuck?
Campers and I'm totally wasted.
Have you guys seen this vlogging Yeti online? I'm gonna teach you.
Viewer discretion is advised. In the quiet rural
Warning, viewer discretion is advised.
area of Taranaki on New Zealand's North Island, a man named Ivan Segedin had become
Ivan
infamous among the
Segedick.
local police. Over the
Ivan
course of 4
Segedick.
years, he had been stopped 32 times, and each encounter had ended in the same way. Another
Damn, he got stopped 32 times?
A man named Ivan Segedin had become infamous among the local police. Over the course of 4 years, he had been stopped 32 times.
How do you-
Each encounter had ended in the same way. Another ticket for failing to wear a seatbelt.
Just wear your fucking seatbelt. How do you not get pulled over? Like, I feel like once you get to like 5, it's like, damn, maybe I should start wearing my damn seatbelt. But then you get to 30 and you're like, still thinking that that's probably a problem. Rookie numbers.
Devin remained steadfast.
How cool would you say you are, Devin? I don't know. It sounds pretty cool. How you doing tomorrow night? Just click the fucking seatbelt. That's what I'm saying. Click the fucking seatbelt.
To him, the seatbelt law was little more than an inconvenience, and he had no intention of obeying it.
How is it an
Eventually,
inconvenience?
He found a way to beat the system, or so he thought. He created a fake seatbelt, carefully placed across his chest, that mimicked a buckled seatbelt. It was not attached to anything, and it had no locking mechanism. But to a passing officer, it gave the illusion of compliance.
How bad do you want to not wear your seatbelt that you are going to go make a fake seatbelt? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Just wear it. It's more inconvenient to wear the fake fucking seatbelt. 30 isn't even a quarter of how many drunk driving accidents Devin has been in. If I was in 30 drunk driving accidents, then, I mean, I don't know. There's a problem. Is he allergic to seatbelts? That's so extra. Yeah, it is extra.
Afternoon of July 22nd, 2007. Ivan was driving near the small town of Okado when his car collided head-on with another vehicle.
Yeah, and he fucking died.
At that moment, his own illusion failed him. With no real strength to hold him back, the force of the impact sent his body lurching forward. He hit the steering wheel with devastating force and died instantly.
Yeah.
The cause of death was clear and tragically simple. Blunt force trauma.
Yeah.
The kind of injury a standard seatbelt is designed to deal with. There was nothing particularly cinematic about the accident. This man had been breaking the rules for so long that he never even considered that one day it would cruelly play against him. Ivan Segedin tried to cheat the law, but he couldn't cheat physics.
I mean, Ivan Sugadek might be the dumbest fucking human on the entire face of this earth. To be that petty to go out and build a damn fake seatbelt so you could just kind of like hold it there. Bro turned into a rubber banded watermelon. Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Only 4 years later, and in another part of the world, a man made a choice just as reckless, though his ride had 2 wheels, not 4. In the summer of 2011, a long stretch of highway in the Onondaga County, New York, became the scene of a protest ride that captured national attention for all the wrong reasons. More than 500 motorcyclists gathered in defiance of New York State's helmet law, riding together under the banner of personal freedom.
Okay.
The event, organized by the local chapter of ABATE,
What's up with people wanting to die?
Toward education, was intended to send a clear
Hold
message.
on.
Riders, not the government, should decide whether to wear protective gear. Among them was Philip Contos, a 55-year-old
Like, why do you
Army
want to
veteran,
be so petty?
seasoned biker from Parrish, New York. Described by his brother as a rebel, Philip was never one for regulation. On that sunny day, he climbed onto his 1983 Harley-Davidson helmet
Hell yeah,
and
brother.
joined the roaring stream of engines that roared down the highway. But what began as a symbolic ride turned fatal. At some point during the procession, Contos braked too hard.
Is this
or
IRL
perhaps
footage?
Too late. His motorcycle hit the asphalt, lost traction, and he was thrown forward over the handlebar.
What, hitting
and
his
hit
head?
His head on the sidewalk.
Who would have known?
Emergency services were called to the scene, but there was
Guys,
nothing
wear
they
your
could do.
fucking helmets and wear
Philip
your
was
seatbelts.
pronounced
It's
dead
not that
shortly
hard.
after arriving at the hospital.
They make them for a
Consequences
reason.
Clear and obvious. Traumatic brain injury. According to the attending physician, if he had been wearing a helmet, he would have likely survived.
He would have likely
His death
survived.
shocked the motorcycle community and made headlines across the country. Not because it was the first such accident, but because of the bitter irony. Philip died protesting the very safety measure that could have saved him. The accident was a grim reminder that freedom of choice does not mean freedom from consequences.
Yeah.
In the end, the road didn't care about the protest. It only punished
Good
the
job,
fall.
dumbass.
But you don't have to challenge the law.
These are
to
so
keep
preventable,
life
it's
and moral
comical.
being.
Yes,
Sometimes
yes.
just chasing views and likes on the internet is enough. In October 2024, a group of 4 teenagers, 2 from the Czech Republic and 2 from Austria, decided to make
Holy
what they
fuck,
thought
look
was
at
a thrill.
those guys.
2024, a group of 4 teenagers, 2 from the Czech Republic.
Nothing like me. Nothing like us in the gang rolling out with our skinny jeans. Us and the gang are going to hit the town in our skinny jeans and trying to pull some females.
Republic and 2 from Austria decided to make what they thought was a thrilling video for social media. They boarded a Vienna U-Bahn train on the U4 line, not to ride in it, but to ride on it.
Oh.
That's why when the train pulled
fucking
out of
daredevils.
station, they didn't take their seats like other passengers, but climbed onto the roof. With the city racing by beneath them and adrenaline pumping through their veins, they set a record. Perched on the metal surface of the train, they laughed, gestured at the camera, and were drenched in the rush of their own recklessness.
Hell
For a few
yeah.
minutes, they were performers, balancing danger and the
Is
seductive
this IRL
pull of
footage? Like, where's he
turnip
getting
fame
this
in
from?
perfect tension. But as the train approached Schönbrunn station, two of the teens decided to sit down to get a better
Oh my god,
shot.
I know Sean Braun Station. There's an overhang, bro. I've literally been through there. Because I was literally fucking thinking about doing this, and I was like, no, you can't do that at Sean Braun because Sean Braun has the overhang.
It's unclear whether they misjudged
Thank
the
God I
timing,
didn't do it.
misjudged their surroundings, or simply thought they had more room. Turning away from the direction of travel, they didn't see that they were approaching a footbridge, a sturdy and low one. One of the boys, who was just 17, was struck instantly and devastatingly in the head.
This is all over
The
Instagram.
impact
These kids are
knocked him
dumb.
unconscious, and he was
Yeah.
rushed to the
I
hospital
don't know,
and
but
placed
go.
in intensive care. Despite the emergency surgery, the injuries were too severe, and he was declared brain dead a few days later. His friend, who was slightly older, survived the collision but suffered a serious head injury that would likely change his life forever. This was not an isolated.
Any advice for 8th grade? I don't know. You just gotta lock in. Yeah, I mean, I don't even remember 8th grade. Lock in, I guess.
The past few years, train surfing, a deadly trend that once seemed like an urban legend, has made a disturbing comeback, fueled almost entirely by social media. Across Europe and beyond, public transport authorities have reported a staggering 400% increase in such incidents involving teenagers.
It's because of
since
fucking
2020.
Subway
What
Surfers.
happened that day
Can
in
someone
Vienna
ban
wasn't
Subway
just a stunt
Surfers?
gone wrong. This is a result of social media rewarding risky behavior and dangerous stunts becoming viral entertainment. So, be warned. These challenges don't have to go viral to be fatal, because the algorithm doesn't care if you survive. But teenagers aren't always the ones chasing likes. Sometimes it's adults, even friends, who push each other with
Sometimes
promises and
it's.
promises.
Oh my god, it's fucking
On the night of October
MGK.
31st, 2024, as the city of Bengaluru lit up with colors and sounds of Diwali, one of
You guys
India's
like
most
India?
beloved festivals, a small group of friends gathered in a narrow alley in Kunanakunte to celebrate in their own way. Among them was Shabarish, a 32-year-old construction worker known in the neighborhood for his easygoing nature and sense of humor. What began as a night of drinking, laughter, and fireworks quickly turned into something much darker.
Any advice for 2nd grade? My students are so hot, bro. What? I don't even know what we're talking. I don't even know what we're talking about.
Something that no one could walk away from unchanged. Fueled by the booze and the noise of the festivities.
Yeah,
group offered a
beer.
challenge. One of those reckless, impulsive risks that seem harmless in the moment. If Shabarish agreed to sit on a box of large fireworks and stay there while they were lit, they promised him a reward, an auto rickshaw, a prized possession for one of his wealthy relatives. Whether it was bravado, trust, or a misplaced sense of fun, Shabarish agreed. He sat down on the box, still laughing, and posed as if it was all just a joke. What seemed like a joke quickly crossed the line as his friends lit the fuse and filmed it all on their phones, laughing. Within seconds, the box beneath him detonated. The explosion was powerful,
And it went right up his
fire
bung.
and shrapnel upward into Shabarish's lower body. His stomach, thighs, and spine absorbed the full force of the explosion. His screams cut through the sounds of nearby fireworks, and the laughter quickly died down. Neighbors arrived at the scene, as did an ambulance, which took him to the hospital. He was transferred
I
to
might do
Victoria
this on
Hospital,
the 4th of
where
July
doctors
coming up.
struggled to treat the
I don't know.
extensive burns that covered most of his body. Despite their efforts, Shabarish died of his injuries 2 days later.
Fucking
What happened
Shabarish.
next was just as
Taking a
horrifying as the
firework to
event
the bung.
itself. Someone had filmed the whole thing, and before long, the video exploded online. Outrage swept across the country. As the clip made its rounds, people began demanding answers and justice. Authorities quickly stepped in. The 6 friends behind
The
the
screams were not louder than fucking fireworks. Yeah, no, I totally agree. There's no way his screams were louder than fucking fireworks. This is kind of relatable to me because I'm like 2 to 4 years older than my students.
and charged with premeditated murder. That same footage, the one that shocked millions, became a key piece of evidence in the case. It was supposed to be a day of light and renewal, a holiday that brought people together. But for Shabarish, it turned into something much darker. He believed in his friends, trusted them completely.
Come on,
and that
Shabarish.
trust, so freely given, ended up costing him his life.
Fucking Shabarish, man.
Backbone was originally...
While all of these stories seem like tragic mistakes, the following are not just cases of carelessness. They are so strange, so irrational, that they seem almost surreal. On a quiet Saturday
This guy's
evening in
B-roll footage
Middlesboro,
is
Kentucky,
insane.
the local Pentecostal church buzzed with life. Tucked away at the edge of the Appalachian town, the
Oh my
small
God.
sanctuary
This is some
pulsed
Sinners type
with
shit.
hymns, pounding drums, and voices lifted in ecstatic prayer. But beneath the devotion, something else stirred. Something far more dangerous. In the middle of the prayer circle, a man swayed with rhythm, gripping a rattlesnake in his bare hands
Oh,
as he twisted and
shit.
writhed to the beat of the music. That man was Gregory James Coots, better known to his congregation and the wider religious community.
Thanks for the follow. Graham Courtney Graham. Thanks, pretty.
As Pastor Jamie.
Devin, you ever
In
watched A
third
Thousand Ways to
generation
Die?
preaching,
Yeah, I did.
Jamie
As a
was the
child.
spiritual leader
That's
of
probably
the
like
Full
why
Gospel
I'm the way I am now.
Tabernacle in Jesus' name. One of the few
One more
churches
time?
left
What
in the
is it? What
United
just happened?
States. Full Gospel Tabernacle in Jesus'
Full Gospel
name.
Tabernacle
One of
in
the few
Jesus'
churches
name.
left in the United States where snake handling was still practiced as a literal expression of faith. According to Jamie's interpretation of Scripture, true believers would take up serpents and be protected from harm. For him, this was not a metaphor or a ritual. It was proof of divine favor. For
Okay.
years, he preached with deadly snakes coiled in his hands or draped over his arms. He had been bitten before, more than once, and had even lost part of a finger. But each time,
And he still
recovered,
kept going.
strengthening his congregation's belief that faith could overcome poison. But on the night of February 15th, 2014, something went wrong. During a sermon, a rattlesnake sank its fangs into Jamie's hand. Instead of panicking or seeking help, he simply kept walking, continuing to talk
Yeah, what's
to
up,
his
Pretty Cool Truth?
congregation while the snake was still nearby. He believed, as he always did, that his faith would help him. When the pain and swelling began, he calmly returned home, surrounded by his loved ones. Soon after, medics arrived, alerted by someone concerned about the seriousness of
Yeah,
the
he's gonna
bite.
fucking
They
die.
pleaded with Jamie to go to the hospital to get an antidote that could save his life. But he refused, as did his wife.
Where is he
who
getting this
supported his
B-roll
decision.
footage from?
To them, seeking medical attention would have been an act of doubt, a betrayal of the very faith Jamie had dedicated his life to proving. Less than an hour later, the venom had spread too far. Jamie Coots died in his home. surrounded
Fucking
not by
Jamie
doctors
Cooch,
or
bro.
emergency
God
services,
damn.
But by the unwavering conviction that his death, if it came, was part of God's will. In the days that followed, his son publicly declared that he had never doubted his father's faith, even in the face of tragedy. But
That
faith,
him?
no matter how strong, cannot stop biology. And faith, no
So
matter
they got
how
like
sincere,
a Christian church
cannot
mixed with like a
neutralize venom. After
worship
all, nature
snakes.
doesn't follow orders.
It's pretty sick.
It just reacts.
Unfortunately, he died.
Fast forward to the summer of
God made
2022
hospitals.
in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. A
I don't
man
know,
stood
man.
at the edge of a pond near a residential neighborhood, the water glistening in the morning sun, and his friends begged him not to go in. But the guy just laughed, waved them off, and stepped into the water. This wasn't just any lake, beach, or swimming hole. This was alligator territory.
Oh, hell
Everyone
nah.
believed. The local authorities had posted warnings, the residents had spread the word, and even the man himself, who waded into the water to impress his friends, wasn't ignorant of the danger.
Guys, me and my girlfriend's first time going to Florida, she almost walked into a gator-infested lake because she didn't know gators existed there. Just saying. Following God's word was my father's excuse for his sexual crimes. All right.
He simply laughed it
Glad
off,
I read that.
brushing aside the warnings as nonsense. Nothing bad would happen, he promised. But a few minutes later, it happened. An alligator quickly and silently emerged from the surface. He suddenly grabbed the man, pulled him further into the water, and held him in a tight grip. By the time rescuers arrived, it was too late. Wildlife officials found and euthanized the animal, and only then was the man.
If that gator isn't 10 fucking feet long, it's not taking me down. Just saying. I don't think there's any way in hell a gator's taking me down. Because I have human strength. My dad says that about homophobia towards me. Joke's on him, I fucked a dude today. Alright, Ace.
Body pulled from the pond. Most people know better than to swim in waters where alligators live. But in this case, one man ignored the warnings and paid the price. Unfortunately, death doesn't ask when to come. Sometimes it comes in the most ridiculous form, like a piece of gum. In December 2009, in the quiet Ukrainian town of Konotop, a 25-year-old chemistry student sat at his desk, experimenting, as he often did. His name was Volodymyr Lykonos.
Volodymyr Lykonos!
Not reckless, but curious. Passionate about his craft, he often conducted home tests, mixing compounds to see what reactions they might cause. One of his strange habits was dipping his chewing gum into citric acid powder to prolong the taste. But that day, he reached for the wrong container.
What?
Without realizing it, Volodymyr had grabbed a substance 4 times more powerful than TNT. He popped the gum into his mouth, and the explosion occurred instantly.
And his fucking head
ripped off his
exploded.
jaw and destroyed most of his face. By the time his family reached him, it was too late. Forensic experts later confirmed that the explosive and citric acid looked almost identical, both fine white powders, and were stored side by
Oh, he
side
mixed them
without
up. I wouldn't have done that shit.
He had only wanted a burst of flavor. Instead, he unknowingly reached for death and bit down hard. All of these stories
Bro
had
just
one
wanted,
thing
bro's
in common.
breath just smelled
They were
bad.
preventable.
And then his
So,
fucking head
before you
exploded.
ignore the warnings or take the danger as a joke,
Ugh.
remember, none of them planned to die that day, but that didn't stop death from coming. Let us know in the comments which story left the biggest mark, and subscribe for more true stories that are stranger and
Wow.
darker than fiction.
That was beautiful. What's this going on my my recommended? Let's see what's going on in my recommended. I thought a fucking spider was crawling up my leg. I'm finally back. Yes, you are, Beta-Raid. Let's be on good behavior. What is this? I got Brain Rot YouTube recommended.
Have you ever worn skinny jeans?
Do I look like I have?
It seems wrong. I'm all bunched up. Also, why are jeans so tight when phones are so big?
Don't know what to tell you.
Oh god, I'm that guy. That guy that won't shut up. I hate that guy.
We're here. It'll be 30.
Wow, things have gotten expensive.
You know Beef Boss? Ace? You watch Poof? Poof Escher? I thought I was the only one. Let's watch some scary shit. 5 most disturbing cave videos. Here we go. Can you fucking load?
On May 6, 2019,
I might
YouTuber
freak
Connor
out.
Kelly posted a video of him exploring an abandoned McCoy gold mine in the Nevada desert. However, what was supposed to be nothing more than a fun adventure with his
Oh
family
god, I hate scary
quickly
videos.
turned into a disturbing experience, one that would likely stay with the group for the rest of their lives.
You know what they say? The best thing about cave diving and caves, you don't have to do it at all. That's the best thing about it. Devin, you low-key look like Devin. Thanks, Ferdinand. Welcome to the chat.
The exploration of this mine started off quite normal, with the group staying silent to avoid causing an accidental cave-in, as seen by the text they put on screen. However, after about a minute and a half of treading deeper into the mine, Connor noticed something strangely reflective on the path ahead.
Do you see that reflection? They're trying to...
How long is this video? Oh, it's 25 minutes.
Oh.
See, if I go into a cave and I find shoes, I'm going right back up into that cave into the real fucking world and getting my ass out of there. No need to keep going. No need to keep going. You don't know what the hell is down there.
What they found reflecting back at them was a shoe amongst many more in a massive pile with random bones.
What?
That's a bone right there. Actually, there's quite a few bones in the...
I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
What made this pile even more odd was the sheer variety of shoes on display. Many of them were clearly very modern, while some were models that were released over 30 years ago. How could such a random assortment of shoes end up in an abandoned gold mine in the middle of nowhere? Things took an even darker turn when the group ventured further into the cave and found a bunch of bones, including a relatively intact spine.
Yeah, so they're still walking down farther, by the way. They didn't just turn around.
It is good.
And we have a spine on the ground.
So we can't trust this.
This is fantastic. I'm glad that these guys kept going down.
By this point, the group was growing increasingly unsettled by these disturbing discoveries, prompting...
I swear to God, if the dude says that these people are, like, they couldn't find the people...
The video ends without any explanation or resolution. Connor didn't provide any more information in the video's description or in the comments. He posted 4 more videos after this, but none of these videos included any updates on the disturbing...
Alright, Connor kept posting. He lived. Oh my God, that scared the fuck out of me.
That comes to mind is that this mine was...
Thank you for the follow. I'll find her name. Let me find her name. Oh God. Let me find her name. I don't want to, I gotta do this anyway. Devin, you this made me Aiden. Sorry, never had any truth. Your glib glor bleep blurb. Frankie smiles. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Thank you, Tsar F. Jennings, for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright, back to the video.
This would explain both the shoes and the bones. A top comment on the video also backs this theory, stating, "If you ever listen to the Missing 411 videos, you know shoes are a major component of missing or abducted people. This sent chills down my spine." Which is true. A statistical analysis of the Missing 411 data shows that over 15% of the cases involve absent shoes. However, this theory isn't entirely likely. For starters, I couldn't find any news reports regarding this mysterious pile of shoes, which is odd since judging from the number of shoes, this supposed killer would have had hundreds of victims.
Yeah, I feel like maybe this was just a shoe dump. Like, maybe they just dumped off a bunch of shoes, but then, like, why would you do it in a cave, though? So maybe I'm fucking stupid. I backtrack everything I just said. This is probably something worse than that.
Had such a violent history, it probably wouldn't go unnoticed by the media. More importantly, many people on the internet agree that the bones in the video are not human. The group in the video reaches the same conclusion when looking at the bones for the first time.
Okay, so maybe the bones were like animals that crawled down in there and fucking died. And then the shoes were from some dude that his shoe collection got too much and his wife was like, we need fucking space for the closet. And he was like, fine, I'll go dump it in the fucking cave, bitch. People are the dark web, sell people by disgusting it with shoes. Disguising, oh, okay.
Way too big for a human.
Put simply, the odds of this being a serial killer trophy cave are very low. But given the animal bones scattered throughout the area, it's possible it was the feeding spot of a predator like a mountain lion.
Yeah.
Though, while that might explain the bones, it offers no clues about the pile of shoes. One theory I haven't seen anyone else bring up is that the shoes might have ended up there because of flooding. You see, the McCoy mine where the video was filmed is located in Lander County, and from what I can find, that area is quite prone to flooding. So it's entirely possible that someone dumped their sneaker collection in the middle of nowhere to get rid of it, only for it to be carried in the abandoned mine with
maybe the lion was a collector. He could have been. Lion walking around with some tough-ass shoes.
A mountain lion could have moved in later, which would explain the bones.
A mountain lion could have wore the shoes, which explains the shoes.
The only proof I have of this theory is that the ground in the deepest part of the mine is extremely wet and has water flow marks leading into it. Other than that, it's pure speculation. That said, another potential explanation for both the bones and the shoes is that Connor placed them there himself in hopes of creating a viral video. People on the internet...
Why would Connor have that many fucking shoes? And these look like they've been sitting. But doesn't the bones look kind of like set up? Like, why are these both these bones look exactly the same. They look like something you'd get at like Spear Halloween. You would just throw on some shoes in a pile, make it look like it was already there. Puff just topped me off. Truth, can you stop fucking our fish? Please!
Pointed out that the bones in the video are a bit too clean for something left in a muddy cave by a predator. Some have also claimed that a few of the bones look like they're inorganic fabrications. Another inconsistency in Connor's video is that
fucking got it right before he said it.
That all the shoes in the pile are kid-sized.
There's no adult shoes in here.
He even mentioned that in the video's title, which reads, "Kids' shoes and bones found in abandoned mine." Now, while that makes an already creepy situation
Why do you
even more
unlist it?
disturbing, it's
This guy's
simply
freak.
not true. There are plenty of adult-sized shoes visible in this pile.
Only
Unfortunately,
a four-legged animal would need all those shoes. I think it was a lion.
yeah, I doubt we'll
That's
ever know
actually
what
such a
happened
fair
here for
point.
sure. It's been 6 years since the video was uploaded, and as I mentioned earlier, Connor has vanished completely from the internet ever since.
Alright, this is scaring me.
Action Adventure Twins is a YouTube channel run by brothers James and Edward. The duo has been exploring
Jamie
dangerous
and
cramped
Edward.
caves since early 2020. Yet, despite their combined experience, one of them almost lost his life back in 2022. In January of that year, the two decided to explore the popular Petty John's Cave in Georgia.
I mean, are
They
you
had already
going in
explored
that?
parts of this maze-like
Like,
cave
who's
multiple
actually
times
going in that?
before, and had even found an underground waterfall during one of their expeditions. Put simply, they were pretty confident in their ability to navigate through this cave. But unlike their previous ventures, this time they were going to tackle one of the hardest sections, the aptly named Nervous Breakdown, referring to how cavers feel when going through it.
Huh.
Things started off just as expected, with the
Oh,
pair
yeah,
going
see,
through
like,
the
fuck
narrow
no.
and claustrophobic entrance to reach the first open area of the Petty John's Cave.
Yeah, why would you go in that? Well, he just freaks the fuck out because it's so tight.
Whoa, entrance room.
Yeah, that actually wasn't too bad. I think
For the cave to begin closing back again, forcing the two to squeeze through
I'd
tiny
hop in there.
passageways. But that was only the beginning. After about 25 minutes of crawling through increasingly tighter spaces,
kinda sick.
they reached the first big obstacle, a muddy room with a narrow and steep hole in the middle. They had to carefully walk around this
That
hole to
sucks. I
progress.
mean, that's probably
A
like
single
9,000
slip
feet
falling
deep.
into the narrow hole. and
Devin, you need to
constantly
drop
danger.
40 pounds. What, to do this? Thanks, Ace.
And given the lack of safe footing around the hole, it would have been near impossible for the other person to pull them out. After successfully navigating around this obstacle, they finally arrived at the entrance to Nervous Breakdown. Unfortunately for them, things weren't looking good. The area surrounding this entrance had collapsed some time ago, making it very difficult to figure out the path ahead. After looking around for a bit, Edward eventually found the real entrance and was excited to go in.
Did you not
He
get,
genuinely
like,
couldn't wait to find out what was down there and began his descent,
discombobulated?
leaving his brother behind in case something bad happened. What he didn't realize was that this was about to be one of the worst decisions he'd ever make. Because after descending for a few minutes, Edward called for his brother only to be met with complete silence.
I hate that.
I found a rope. I don't hear James anymore. Uh-oh.
In other words, Edward was now lost in an unknown section of the cave without any means of contacting his brother. At first, he tried to stay calm and continued his descent, hoping to find James before.
What if he's just fucking with him?
However, after staying separated for over 30 minutes, the realization set in. He knew panic.
You
was
lost
the
him for
fastest
30
way to
minutes and
make
then try to go
the situation
back?
worse, but at this point, he couldn't help but feel a growing sense of unease.
James! James!
Yeah, why do you
Been
keep
like
going
30 minutes
deeper?
Since the last saw him.
know where I'm at. I tried to go back to the last place I saw him, and everything just looks the same. It's just a
Yeah, everything does look the same because you're in a fucking cave. Everything's gonna look the same.
maze.
Is this guy's first time cave diving? Like, come on. Like, let's wake up here. Let's wake the fuck up here.
We should have never split up.
We should have never split up in this cave that's real dark and there's endless tunnels. We should have never split up where we could possibly die.
After calling out to James many times with
Cave
no luck,
divers
he
suck.
decided to retrace his steps and find the way back. Unfortunately, he had underestimated the difficulty of the maze he was about to enter. Every direction looked the same. The narrow passages and jagged walls made it impossible to tell where he had come from. To top it all off, his situation was getting worse with
This
each
was
step.
chosen for them. It was meant to happen. Rip, chop, twin. Yeah. Has he never watched a horror movie before? That's what I'm saying. I mean, like, this. We know how this ends.
He took. If he went the wrong way, he could easily wedge himself into a passage too tight to escape, or worse, plunge into a hidden drop-off. This is the true horror of caving. Even if he didn't injure himself, he could have just as easily wandered around aimlessly until his body gave way into exhaustion, leaving him lifeless in a cold, rocky crevice.
Yeah.
The footage of him excitedly dropping into the nervous breakdown entrance would have ended with the camera recording his descent into confusion, fear, and eventually silence. Fortunately, that wasn't the end of his story. After going in loops for a while, Edward spotted a single piece of tape he saw on his way down.
Oh. The tape. Yeah. Okay, this tape looks familiar. Oh, yeah.
Dude, if you have to familiarize yourself with a piece of tape, you should not be down there. Devin trying to get through his door. Thanks. Appreciate it.
James! Still nothing.
This unexpected clue turned out to be exactly what he needed. It helped him regain his bearings and finally head in the right direction.
I'm not sure,
Finally,
Brandon.
he heard the best sound he could have heard in that moment.
James! Oh. You're over here? Oh. Dude. This place is a maze, man. Oh, hey, I see your light. Dude.
The fuck were you doing, James?
We're gonna see each other. Dude, I know.
Were you just jorking it?
Together for the rest of the expedition and made it out alive without any major.
I don't even know why they split up in the first
They're
place.
still
I don't.
exploring caves
I guess I
on
missed that
YouTube,
part.
But now with a lot more caution.
Why'd James go? Ah.
In January of 2014, a group of cave explorers decided to conquer the Lost John's Cave in Lancashire, England. It's a vast cave network that spans a length of nearly 3 miles, or 4.8 kilometers. The known deepest section of this cave also goes down a staggering 690 feet, or 211 meters.
Yeah, fuck, man.
Most members of this group had been spelunking for years, and like most other cave explorers, were quite confident.
Honestly, that would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to goon in one of those. We've lost a bloody plot.
In their skills. They had also done their research and mapped out their route in advance. But the truth about caving is when things go wrong, no amount of planning can save you. Even the most experienced and well-prepared explorers can find themselves in terrifying situations. Which is exactly what happened to one of the members of this group, named Bob Johnson. The expedition was going quite smoothly in the beginning, with the group using the equipment they brought with them to continue safely. That is, until they reached a section of the cave called the Tube. It was an unusually narrow section that required the cavers to crawl on their stomach. And to make matters worse, it was also partially submerged in water, making it difficult.
Devin, please turn video volume up on your volume down. Dumb fuck bald man. Is this not loud enough? Should I turn this up?
Despite these harsh conditions, the group decided to move ahead. The slimmest member of the group went first and successfully made it to the other side without much trouble. The next
I
person,
turned it down because I
however,
was scared.
wasn't as fortunate. This was Bob Johnson, the man we mentioned earlier. His crawl through the tube wasn't off to a good start, as he was already having issues with the comparatively wider sections of
my
the
headset down.
passage.
Wait, is that turned on? No, it doesn't. Cool.
He then somehow managed to reach the tightest part of this treacherous section.
Dude, this just
but
looks like
that's
hell.
where his luck ran out.
Like, look at this motherfucker. Why would you even put yourself in a position like this? What do you get out of this?
He then somehow managed to reach the tightest part of this treacherous section, but that's where his luck ran out.
Come on. Come on. This man is literally drowning. Tilt your head and look at here. Let me tilt my fucking head. Now I can see. Look at this fucking guy, bro. He's literally drowning. And like, this is what he likes to do. Anorexic motherfuckers may fit. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Dude. Oh my god. That's like my worst nightmare.
He was completely stuck from the waist down, and any attempt to free himself only made the situation worse. Now, being stuck in a narrow cave like this is extremely stressful on its own. The walls close in on you, and every movement feels like it's pushing you further into the tight space. Panic sets in as you realize just how little room you have to maneuver, and with each failed attempt to free yourself, the fear intensifies. But as if the confined space wasn't enough to make his heart race, Bob now had to contend with something far more terrifying: the rapidly flowing water. Water makes any caving venture 10 times worse. In a dry cave, even if you're stuck, you still have time to think and plan your escape. But when water starts to rise, the situation shifts from bad to life-threatening.
Yeah, it's
the
over,
feeling of
brother.
Water creeping up around you in an
It's
already
over.
claustrophobic space is a nightmare on its own.
Just give up.
The real danger with water, however, is
Let your
that
friends
you have
eat
mere
you.
minutes before
Just
drowning
sacrifice.
becomes a very real possibility. Bob knew this possibility all too well. He gave his all to free himself. Unfortunately, the water was quickly filling up his suit, making it even more difficult to squeeze through. But when the situation seemed hopeless, one of the members had an idea that ended up saving Bob's life. Instead of pushing forward, the members behind him tried pulling him back, and it worked.
So those motherfuckers got through this? Like, this is like a cubby hole. I didn't know when to think of that. Yeah, I feel like that would have been the first thing I mean, I'm not saying I'm a professional cave diver, but if I was behind him, I would have been like, why don't we just pull him? Like, he got to there. He could definitely get out. Pull me!
Bob was finally
Fucking
free, though
Bob
his troubles weren't
Johnson,
over.
bro.
He later revealed in a comment that him and the 2 members who pulled him back had crawled for another 3 hours to get out of the cave from a different
That's
exit.
horrible.
This incident also left him traumatized to the point where you can't even watch this video without becoming anxious. From what I can find, he scaled back on caving and picked up a much safer hobby in
There you
cycling,
go.
and now appears to be doing just fine.
Those cyclers, though, sometimes that shit's fucking crazy, too.
On the
Have you seen
7th
them
of
running the
September
bears and shit?
2024, the Action Adventure Twins YouTube channel posted a video exploring a mysterious cave someone found on their property. This is the same channel we talked about earlier, where the 2 brothers got separated and almost lost their lives in the maze-like cave. They've learned their lessons since and approached this one with far more caution. But with an entrance as life-threatening as this one, even the best precautions could have proven to not be enough.
Alright, so the guy dropped us off halfway up the hill, and he doesn't know anybody who's been down this thing, but we were at the cave.
Not these fuck-ass chopped twins again. Is it the same guys?
Threw a rope down it with a rock, and
I don't think it is,
200
right?
feet deep before it stopped. So we got
I wasn't
this
even
stick
paying attention.
here. We're gonna see if our rope reaches. It's still. Oh,
It's still making noise.
you were right. It kept going.
This alone is
Oh,
enough to
hell
terrify
nah.
most people.
Oh,
With one
hell
person
nah.
stating,
Hell nah.
This
Hell
channel has given me
nah.
a new fear about walking
You
in
ever
the
seen the
woods.
dog?
The fact that you could just slip
Devin,
and
I'm
fall
having
down a
fun.
hole like
Thanks,
that is
Spaderade.
insane. Now, anytime I go anywhere,
I'm
I wonder
glad
how
you're
many
having
massive
fun.
voids are right below my feet that I could fall into at any moment. But that didn't deter Edward and James. They
Yeah,
quickly
imagine walking
secured
through the
their
woods
rope
and you
to a
just fall into
nearby
a fucking
tree
hole.
and began descending into the steep cave. What they found inside was nothing short of breathtaking. That tiny opening gave way to a vast chasm.
Chasm?
Oh wow.
What is a chasm?
This is a big one, man.
Like an orgasm.
However, before they could fully take in the beauty of the cavern, things took a dark turn. Just seconds into the cave, the two discovered what looked like human remains scattered throughout.
That's comforting. Human bones, huh?
Look how big they are. Dude, look behind you. There's like
I'll tell you if these are human
line
bones.
of them. There's like
Those are not human bones.
Dude,
Ah, that's a fucking human bone. That's a human bone. The skull is a human bone. I don't know about the other ones.
human? Nah, I don't know. It's awfully round. Yeah, that looks human, man.
That doesn't look like an animal.
Necessarily, mate. I don't know. I'm not a bone expert.
Maybe
From
it's
there,
a
they continued exploring the cave as it kept getting bigger the further they went into it. They also discovered old caving equipment like ropes and harnesses already secured to the walls, a detail that only deepened the mystery surrounding the bones they had found
Okay,
earlier.
if you're cave diving, right, and I mean you don't know anybody that's went through it before, are you trusting
equipment
the harnesses and ropes? Are you gonna use those, or are you gonna make your own? I don't think I'd even begin to pull on one of these.
Ropes and harnesses already secured to the walls, a detail that only deepened the
What's up,
mystery
Harrison?
surrounding the bones they had found earlier. If they did belong to a person, as the two suspected, it was possible they belonged to a previous explorer. This explorer likely had an accident and died in the cave without ever making it out. On their way in, they did find scattered bones right below the entrance. These were likely the remains of people who accidentally fell into the otherwise unassuming hole. However, the bones they found further inside were too far from the entrance to have belonged to someone who simply fell in. It's also possible that these remains belonged to the victim of a deranged killer. Someone who either had ended a person's life within the cave, or maybe threw the person into the hole and later dragged their body further into the cave. Some people, however, weren't convinced and accused the brothers of faking the whole thing. Especially since the way Edward and James handled some of these remains felt a bit too casual.
Fucking Edward and
That
James,
said, while
did they
YouTubers
just
faking these
clickbait?
finds to get a viral video isn't uncommon, this one turned out to be true. The video received several comments from experts confirming that these remains were indeed real and human, with one such person writing, "My girlfriend and I are watching from Canada. We're both paramedics, definitely a human femur and a human cranium. But this raised an even bigger question. When did the owner of these bones pass away? If they disappeared into the cave in the last few decades, this discovery could end up cracking an unsolved case. I ended up contacting the action-adventure twins to see what they had to say or if they had made any police reports afterwards. We ended up contacting the authorities about the bones. They were determined to be human and were apparently a Native American that either slipped and fell into the pit cave or was thrown in there after death and are 2,000 years old.
2,000
While this did
years
rule out the
old.
possibility that these bones belonged to someone more recent, the despair of whoever ended up in that cave alone
They would just be
2,000
sitting
years
there
ago
like that?
is just as impossible to ignore. They likely fell into the cave, somehow survived the fall, and ended up starving to death while looking for a way out.
God damn it.
On October 28, 2004, 50-year-old Australian airline pilot and scuba diver David John Shaw broke the world record for the deepest successful dive in history. He achieved this by reaching a depth of 270 meters in Bushman's Hole, one of the deepest freshwater caves in the world.
Bushman's Hole? Ew. I think the most replayed is because this motherfucker said Bushman's Hole.
On October 28, 2004,
Let's hear it
50-year-old Australian airline pilot and scuba diver David John Shaw broke the world record for the deepest successful dive in history. He achieved this by reaching a depth of 270 meters in Bushman's Hole, one of the deepest freshwater caves in the world. The sole
What are you
purpose
doing
of
in
this
Bushman's
dive was to
Hole,
break
David
the record. However,
Schlong
when
Shaw?
he reached the bottom, he found something that stopped him in his tracks. He found the body of
Oh,
Dion
hell
Dreher,
nah.
a 20-year-old scuba diver who died.
This is where shit starts to make me scared. I'm now scared. I'm turning down my volume. Sitting here in this room behind me.
Died in that cave 10 years ago.
Sitting here with this
Since
fucking
humans
door
start
behind me.
sinking after a
That
certain
guy can
depth,
come in through my
Dion's
door whenever
body
he
never
wants.
floated back to the surface. Given the extreme difficulty and danger of diving this deep, any plans to retrieve his body were also cancelled at the time of his death. However, a plaque in his name was installed near the diving point of Bushman's Hole, which is how Dave knew what he was looking at. After staring at the body in shock for a few seconds, Dave immediately got closer and tried to retrieve Dion. Unfortunately, after a decade in the water, his tanks were firmly stuck in the mud.
Damn.
More importantly, Dave had already spent too much time at that depth. Staying any longer would have been fatal. So he decided.
Anytime they show a blurry old photo, you know it's about to be creepy. Yeah. Yeah, that shit just, it makes my heart drop every time I see it.
To tie a line to Dion's body and return to the surface with the newfound information.
Wasn't very steep, and I saw the body over on to my left.
Oh, they got like footage of this shit.
Deep. So just tied my line to it, and by then I was, well, we won't discuss that. So I just left my line.
The news of Dion's body being discovered spread quickly, eventually culminating in Dave talking to his parents and promising.
No way, he got
retrieve it.
closure for the
After a couple
parents.
months of preparation, the
W.
next dive was
David.
scheduled for January 8th, 2005. Unfortunately, Dave's heroic attempt to bring closure to Dion's parents ended in a catastrophe far worse than anyone could have imagined. Cave diving, aka underwater cave exploration, is far more dangerous than regular spelunking. The divers have to manage their oxygen levels at all times, avoid often sharp rock formations, and explore the cave system in a far darker environment because even the brightest flashlights aren't as effective underwater, all while making sure they don't get lost. Add in the immense pressure of 270 meters of water above, it becomes an almost insurmountable challenge, one that only a handful of people on the planet are capable of overcoming.
Oh, fuck.
So, everything needed to be perfect for Dave's operation to succeed. He worked with police divers, the defense force, and medics to ensure everything went smoothly, and they planned the dive second by second. According to the plan, Dave would use the line he tied earlier to reach Dion's body.
600 feet doesn't
After
seem
cutting
that
it
bad.
loose and putting it in a special body
try
bag,
it.
he would begin his descent. This descent would have taken around 12 hours to avoid decompression sickness. So instead of holding on to Dion's body the entire time, Dave would pass it along to his longtime friend Don Shirley at 220 meters. Don would then hand it over to support divers located at various depths and keep checking on Dave for any issues. Sadly, this is not how it went. An hour and a half after the dive began, the surface crew received an ominous message from the support divers, claiming that they hadn't seen any activity from Dave or Don. Shortly after, another message reached the surface. This one was from Don, stating that he's seeing Dave in the distance, and he's not moving.
Oh.
Don's okay. Dave's looking okay.
While this message was making its way to the surface, Don tried to reach Dave himself. He exceeded his target depth, which resulted in his rebreather controller imploding. This also led to him suffering from oxygen poisoning and vomiting while 220 meters under the water. Fortunately, he managed to keep hold of the line and was eventually pulled out of the water still breathing. Dave, however, didn't make it. But when rescue teams pulled out his body, they made a shocking discovery. Dion's body was attached to the recovery line as well. Following the recovery, investigators looked at the footage captured by the waterproof camera mounted on Dave's head. This is what they saw.
I want to fucking see it.
I couldn't find the raw footage from that camera. The only clip of it online is narrated by Don himself, Dave's best friend who we just talked about who almost died trying to save his life. The footage shows Dave moving alongside the line to find Dion's body, and then trying to put it in the bag. Unfortunately, this is where the plan started falling apart. Dion's body was unexpectedly loose from the mud and was moving around uncontrollably. Dave tried to complete his mission despite this, only to end up getting tangled in the line.
This line is just getting everywhere because this body is floating. It's not stuck. Everything's moving.
I hate this so much.
Light gets caught on the line there. Move it out of the way. Still got a nice bright line.
All this effort caused him to neglect his gauges, resulting in Dave feeling the effects of nitrogen narcosis, which include poor judgment, trouble concentrating, and reduced muscle and nerve function. Put simply, he lost everything he needed to survive at that depth. He tried to cut the tangled line, but the lack of coordination made it near impossible.
Jeez.
As he was struggling to stay conscious, the last thing he saw was the terrifying view of Dion's lifeless face mask staring back at him.
Ew.
Shortly after this, Dave passed away. The only silver lining was that the tangled line kept Dion's body close to Dave, allowing him to successfully complete his mission by recovering the body, only at the cost of his own life.
Damn. My boy David was just trying to find Dion, man. Man, gotta get an L for Dion and Dave. Oh, that one was deep. L. Devin. No, for Dion, not and Dave, not for me. Look up I heard it too. We need funny video to balance that out. More scary video. I don't know if I can do any more scary videos. This shit is terrifying. I heard it too. Is it scary? Oh god. Is it the I don't know if I can do anything scary right now. That one got to me. This one looks fucking terrifying too. Alright, let's watch something funny and then maybe we'll do that. Jeez. My recommended is about to be fucked now. Yeah, look at this. Lose 100 pounds. Anybody watch this? That Mr. Beast video? That was crazy. That shit was sad. There we go. Some daily dose of internet to cleanse our bodies.
Daily dose of internet.
My
this
favorite
fire started
YouTube
at this
channel.
Dunkin' Donuts, and the employees had no idea what to do, so this customer saved the day.
Nobody seems to care. Yeah, there you go. Fire extinguisher right there. Here, you want me to help you? Hold on. Put this here. So you're gonna pull?
Yep.
That bitch had to come back there and show him how it was done. Oh,
This principal and student decided to prank and scare people at their graduation.
Oh shit!
One.
I probably would have fought for that.
2.
Okay.
3.
Does anyone know how this works? This truck was on fire when a propane tank suddenly also caught on fire.
What the fuck?
Here comes propane tank.
This baby raccoon fell off the roof, but the mom saved it at the last second.
God. She's not gonna be able to get him up.
You can explain the water one? Go ahead and do it.
Oh no. Look at her go. Wow.
Imagine trying to explain that this is why you were late to work.
Oh my fucking god. It's a fucking fat giraffe.
This crow stole this dog's squeaky toy and was taunting him with it.
I'm sorry.
Ugly ass
These people
dog.
left special instructions for their delivery driver to shout when dinner arrives.
Dinner!
How did Devin make it in a daily dose video? Guys, I don't look like that. Truth says, you want this dick? Puff. The household fish says, dada. Devin says, gore, 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 bleep, bleep. Oh, God.
Dinner!
I'm so hungry I can eat a baby that will not stop crying.
Shit.
You can see the moment that she realized that she mounted this TV upside down.
Oh, hell nah! Oh, hell nah!
For some reason, his glass was sticky and got stuck to this table.
Bro, clean your fucking table. Come on, man.
The first one to shake all the balls out of the box wins the game.
freaky ass game. Why was he hitting it like that?
The first one to shake all the balls out of the box wins the game.
Freaky ass game.
Picked up the trash to take it out. There's a mouse in it. Ah! No! Oh!
No!
Hey,
No
Wes, what are you doing?
Ratatouille!
Did you put it everywhere?
I put on.
Did you get any on your face?
I did.
Let me see.
Dumbass
Oh, good.
kid. Ew, boy.
If you throw water on dry eraser ink, you can make a drawing come to life.
There's me when the liquor hitting. Me when the liquor hitting. Holy fuck, it was an explosive cake.
This delivery guy was
Someone
on his way
tried
to
to kill that
Walmart
poor
when they
couple.
asked him for some muffins.
Causing the traffic! For real!
It's tough. It's so tough.
This baby elephant loves to go sliding down this hill.
Me when I'm on my way to the liquor. Oh my god, I would shoot that fuck. I can't say that. I would hurt that guy.
Alright. So you drive this thing by yourself? Yeah. Alright, there you go. Watch that light.
Holy shit.
This fancy dinner cruise just
crazy.
barely fit under this bridge.
What if you don't duck? Do you just fucking die? Is that like a lawsuit ready to happen? I would take one right to the fucking head. It's a blackfish. Blah,
Her dog was
blackfish.
terrified after they got pulled over by the police.
Bro, why is the dog so damn scared?
I feel like being able to move your teeth around isn't a good thing.
Ah, you fucker, I hate you. Oh, I hate you so much. Oh, I fucking hate
He
you.
told the waiter to take away his grandma's meal.
What the hell?
What is
Damn, boy.
Why?
This dad has identical twins and couldn't figure out which one was which.
Kevin! Mama's talking to you. Come here. Come say hi. Come here, Liam. Who are you? Are you Kevin or Liam? You're Kevin? Oh, you are Kevin. Jesus Christ.
He doesn't even know his
This
own
poor dumb
child,
cat
man.
can't figure out how to get back inside.
Poor dumb fucking cat. You gotta open the fucking thing.
Oh, are you serious?
Open the fucking... Go through the damn opening.
Don't say I never taught you anything. Did you know that if you put grapes in your lips, you'll look like a goat?
This dog is
fucking
obsessed with
dislike
watching
that.
squirrel videos on an iPad.
What a beast of a dog. I wish I was a dog. I let somebody own me. Oh my god, there goes...
This dad was chasing his son around the hotel room.
Oh shit!
No way. That's crazy.
Bro.
Oh my fucking god, get out of the road.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. That's me hiding the liquor. Oh my god, that might be the greatest shot of all time. We got any golfers in the chat? That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
This guy walked outside at the same moment a meteor was falling from the sky.
No mames.
Golf Gatorade? Is it the most infuriating thing you've ever done? Or is it just me? Wasn't that funny? I feel like that's just inconvenient.
I don't know if this is impressive or kind of gross.
Ew.
That is the end of this video.
Hey,
I
Devin,
really
I am
hope you
back. What might be
enjoyed.
going on? We're just watching the
And
video.
I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later.
I'm actually probably about to hop off in the stream. I got work at fucking 8 in the morning. I'm sorry, guys. I can't. I got work at 8 in the morning. I would. We can watch more scary videos on Friday. If you'd like. I have football at 6. You're fine. You play football, Bitter? I didn't know that.